Well, good evening. Stephen Quinn, if you're still on, well done for being the first to show up tonight. Hope you're well. Hope things are good. So, sláinte to you. Oh, this light is really doing my head in because it's like really bright, but it's not bright. So, how are things? Stephen, hope you're well. 6 to 7 days, is that right? Jesus. About you, David Cummings. Indeed. Well, Connor, how are we? Do you know what? It's just lovely to see everybody popping in. Excellent. Good to see you on, Liam. Hello, Robert. Yes, Michael. It's lovely the way you all talk to each other as well. Michael Cully, Sean, Eric. Jesus, a whole pile of you popping on here. That's really kind of you. I'm going to have a wee dram. Wee Bushmills glass. What does that equal? It equals just a wee dram. Sure. There we go. Can't go wrong. Right, so the reason I thought I'd come on tonight is only because we've managed to get their little system working. There's Sean and Brian, Mr. Hanson, how are we? Chris, Michael, evening Wayne. I'm glad you're on the dingle, super. Hello, Sean, how are you? This is good. Out doing some yard work and listening. Excellent news, Brian. Do you know what? It really is good. See if anyone is thinking about purchasing a Bushmills and you can get your hands on this one. It's relatively cheap. Limited stock, I believe, and only really for that retail, but I do think that Celtic Whisky had some, so you could probably get some from there. Look, tonight it's just an announcement about the passes. So, anyone who's bought a pass already, yes, Joss, surprise one. Anyone who's previously has maybe purchased a pass. So, let's get something clear. 2 seconds. Oh yeah, that's nice. Sherry. Oof, sherry cash finish. Love it. Okay. Hello, Jonathan. How are we? So if you've purchased the pass already, don't be sweating. Don't be. Just relax for 5 minutes. I just want to explain a couple of things. There's 2 types of tickets this year. 2 types of tickets. There's a pass, and that's for the festival. So you get a wristband. Okay, so if you buy a pass, get a wristband, and then you get your pass, whatever comes in the pass. And then you can buy individual tickets if you like. You can purchase individual tickets. And those individual tickets go on sale when the program starts to be, finalised. And at the moment, it's just going through that process. So we're waiting for a couple of little things just to finish off the program, okay? But individual tickets go on sale probably closer towards the end of May, okay? At the moment, you can purchase passes. And I'm just going to walk through the passes just now, just to make sure people are aware of it, so you understand what those passes are, okay? And just to make sure I'm giving you the correct information as well. So let's have a look at something. The first type of pass that you can purchase is if you want to attend the festival. Maybe you live in a country, maybe you live somewhere where you can't get whiskey sent to you. Maybe you don't want to drink whiskey. Maybe you're on detox. Maybe you're one of the lucky people who can't be drinking whiskey at this point in time. Maybe for other reasons, you can purchase a white pass. So white passes are available, and the white pass is specific. It's a £6 pass. It's £6, and that gives you access to the entire festival. So that's the 216 hours worth of content, and give you the ability to see everyone who's at the festival. You can mingle, you can go into all the different rooms, have discussions. Yeah. It also gives you the opportunity, if you wish to purchase bottles, the Whiskey Festival bottles through different people, then you can do. So it's going to give you lots of things. It is £6. There's nothing else included in that other than you get access to the festival. You can do what you like at the festival. Right, it's very, very, very important. All right, and then there's a whole load of other passes. and I'm going to take them a bit at a time. So you've got the Green Pass, okay? Now, I'm going to run through the benefits of having the Green Pass. So the Green Pass, you're going to get the latest edition of the Irish Whiskey magazine. You'll get a special edition Belfast Whisky Week glass. You'll also get an exclusive Dram Deck first edition Trump set. You'll get your t-shirt. Okay, you'll get 12 months membership to the Belfast Whisky Club, or indeed Irish Whisky Club. You'll get a festival programme. You'll get one random introduction or intermediate session, okay? And you also get the bonus box, as well as access to the green room. So people have got questions. A random introduction or an intermediate box. Introduction or intermediate boxes are boxes which are introduce a distillery or they're intermediate tastings. And they are 3 drams and a glass. So 3 drams and a glass, okay, that you would get there. And you also get a bonus box. And the bonus box at the moment is 27 different drams. All right, so 27 different drams. Okay, I'll come back to this one in a minute, Matthew. Give me a minute, okay? You also get your wristband, okay? So there's plenty of things going on in there, all right? Now, I've taken the liberty of ensuring that we've discounted that pass, okay? So for the 27 drams plus your 3 in the introduction box, that'll be 30 drams, and all of those extras, that's what you're paying there. And broader over, yes. For anything that's inside this Green Pass, 50 cl. That's correct. Okay. Does that answer your question? 50 cl. What is a Dram Deck Trump set? So basically, there's a deck of cards that come with each pass. It is the Trump set. So basically, you're going to have the very first edition of the Trump sets, which are going out, the Dram Deck Trump sets. And it's just like playing trumps. When you're a kid, you'll have a deck of cards which link to the whiskies that you have in your bonus box. Okay? So there'll be it's actually a deck of 32 cards. So a deck of 32 cards in your box. I hope that, Matthew, answers your question. Okay? Bit of crack there. All right? That you can purchase them separately throughout the rest of the year. There's lots of different Trump sets that are being produced at the moment. Okay. So that was the Green Pass. Okay. At the moment, that's £200 sterling. So it's £200 sterling for the Green Pass. Plenty of things in there to get you, ticking over for the festival. All right. You can pick your colour of your T-shirt. Okay, so we've gone for 3 colours for the T-shirt. We've gone for the black. We've gone for the raw or natural colour, or we've gone for the magenta. The T-shirts are pretty awesome. All right. So what's next? Okay. Let's see. Just going down the list. If we start with the Blue Pass then. So the Blue Pass at the moment, what's different from the Green Pass to the Blue Pass, people will ask. All right. So this time you get 4 random introduction, or intermediate sessions. So that's the difference there. That's the difference, and the difference in price. You're getting an additional 3 sets for £50. That's what you're getting. So, and then additional 3 sets that you can have. Okay. So people are asking questions. What's the difference between the 2 passes? That's the difference between those 2 passes at the moment, is that you're getting 3 extra introduction sets. They are random. They're introductions either to the distilleries or brands, or they're intermediate sessions. Okay. And Connor will answer that in a second. All right. So then things get a little bit more exciting. Okay. So we move from a Blue Pass to a Red Pass, and there is a little bit of difference here. Okay. So a Red Pass, we kind of go upwards. We move from having what was 4, we go down to 2 intermediate sessions, and we actually increase now up to 3 showcase sessions. So a showcase session or an enthusiast session is 6 drams in a session. Okay, so there's the price difference there. So the price difference is at 375. People will ask, what's the crack? In terms of, and Matthew's just asked the question actually, so we'll ask this one in a second. So remember the bonus box, all right? So I'm going to go back to the question here, all right? 27 drams in the bonus box. That's in all passes. The bonus box is included in every pass that you can purchase, okay? And then in the red pass, in the red pass specifically, okay, we're looking at 3 random showcases and 2 introduction boxes or intermediate boxes. So that takes your total drams in the red pass. So we've now got 27 plus 3 threes, which is 9. So we're taking that up to, my maths is great at this time of night, but so 36. And then we're looking at 3 sixes, so another 18 drams on top of that. So we've taken our drams now up to, quite right. My maths is really bad at this time, right? So 33 plus the 18, okay, takes us up to 51. So 51 drams, all right, in the red pass. So 51 drams, 51, 50 mils. In there, okay. So roughly how much are sessions to buy individually? Matthew, I think it's a really good point, really good question. Some of the introduction sets will start around about £18 a set, £15, £18, just depends on where it is, up to a maximum of £22, £23, okay. And then your showcases start at around about £35 a session. So roughly £35 a session. Okay, they can go up to, some of the showcases, and enthusiast packs will probably go up to about maybe up to about £80, so £35 to £80 a session. All right, and that's for the 6 whiskies in it. All right. Hope that answered that question also. If you have a pass, will you know in advance your tastings? Yes. So the idea is that before those individual tickets come out, everyone who has a pass should know their individual tastings that are already in, okay? And they are done randomly, so there's a lot of tastings. There's a hell of a lot of, there's over 70 tastings on the go. Do you know what I mean? And so there's plenty of choice, but to make it as fair as possible, we're going to do them, as random as possible. So when they're just getting packed up, they'll be done. So we have an idea just now of a matrix that we have that we just go through the Excel file and just give everyone it. Okay, it's not rocket science. It's in fact actually rocket science. Just about. I can know you're fair enough. And it is a wee bit crazy. I love it, Robert. We wouldn't be Belfast Whiskey Week without having a bit of fun. Okay, so look, the red passes, what did we say it was? We had 27 in the bonus. We have two introductory sets, that's an extra 6. Okay, so that takes us to 33. And then we have 3 showcases, which is 3 times 6, which is 18. So it's 33 plus 18 is 51 drams. So 51 drams in the red box, in the red pass, okay? And then if we're taking it to the next level, all right, then we have the black pass, okay? The black pass is, again, might really, well, that's interesting, Serge. I'm going to talk to you about that in a second. Well, really can't wait to come on to that question. So this one's pretty simple. Okay, we now go from in the black pass. We now have 1 random intermediate, 3 random showcases, and 2 master classes, or indeed specialist sessions. Master classes and specialist sessions again are either 6 or 9 drams, and they are sessions like potentially. So in your randomization, you will probably have pre-1970s whiskey tasting, or you might have a pre-1980s Scotch tasting, or you might have a Redbreast tasting where you know, we look at the all 4 dream casks potentially, and drink them off, or we look at a Bushmills collection using, you know, some of the bottles from the Bushmills, that we look at all these different really rare whiskies and rare opportunities to taste them. That's really what's in those masterclasses, and really what's in those kind of specialist tastings. Okay, and again, it's done randomly. The chances are that there are all these high-end tastings. You're going to have to get 2 of them. Okay, those tastings, and I know if Matthew wants to ask that question, those tastings will probably around, I mean, if we're going to do a tasting on Redbreast, they're going to be about £200 a tasting. You know, so they're going to be about £200 a tasting. I think that's just fair. If you look around the world right now, I think £200 for those kind of very high-end, really difficult tastings, that's what it's all about. Okay, so that's your Black Pass. Okay, then we have a slightly, don't think that this is a step up, this is a sideways step, the Purple Pass. So Purple Pass was not released until now. Purple Pass is slightly different. Okay, for those that are still interested and really just listen to what's being said, the Purple Pass does not include, apart from the bonus box, does not include any other sets. What it does though is it gives you the 4 Belfast Whisky Week bottlings. Okay, so that's the 4 Belfast Whisky Week bottlings. All right, so that's the Purple Pass. Just be quite careful. It's the bonus box of the 27 drams and the 4 Whisky Festival bottles that we have at this point in time. Okay. Then it's the Bronze Pass. And the Bronze Pass is slightly different. So the Bronze Pass gives you all the introduction sessions. That's every introduction session that we're doing. You will have them. You will get 5 showcase events, 5 masterclass events, and all of the bottlings that we have. Okay? Connor will come to you, and David will come to you as well. Connor, just relax on the questions, okay? Well, let's just relax. We'll come there in 1 second, all right? So let's imagine the Purple Pass is only the bonus box, all the other fun things, and the bottles for the festival. That's the 4 bottles. And then the Bronze Pass is that, along with all the introduction or intermediate tastings, 5 of the showcase and 5 of the master classes. Okay. Now, what are the bottles? The bottles are bottle 1 from Bowan, bottle 2 from Macmira, bottle 3 from Cologne, bottle 4 from Ecklenville. They're the 4 guaranteed festival bottles that we have at the moment. There's a 5th one being spoken about right now, which has to be guaranteed. We're not 100% sure if that's going to happen, but we're hoping that that happens. But we're definitely getting 4. Nicholas, good question. Okay. The last pass that I'm going to speak about then, okay, is the Gold Pass. All right. So here we go. So in the Gold Pass, all right. Let's make sure this comes up properly. Yeah, in the Gold Pass, this is really special. Oh, hold on. I want to check something. Bear with me. Okay. Sorry. Wasn't it letting me in? Right, so Gold Pass. Slightly different, all right? And look, this has been, people have asked for the Gold Pass. People have asked for this specifically. Okay. So here we go. So the Gold Pass includes every dram that we were tasting throughout the festival. That's every dram, okay? So all the masterclasses, all of the introduction sessions, all of the showcase sessions. It will be a library. It will be a catalogue for you for the whole entire year. Clearly, you won't be drinking them all throughout the festival. There'll be a catalogue for you. You are then entitled to the 4 Belfast Whisky Week Festival bottles. You then also get a 2-night stay in the Grand Central in Belfast. Okay, so a 2-night stay in the Grand Central Belfast. And you also get 2 tickets to our industry gala ball that you'll be having on Friday the 23rd of July. Okay, so everything, and you also get the hip flask as well. So you're going to get the official Belfast Whisky Week hip flask. And yes, as I say, 2-night stay in the Grand Central in Belfast and 2 tickets to the industry dinner. All right, that's everything. That's the kitchen sinks. People have asked me for the kitchen sink. I've said, take the kitchen sink, go ahead. That's what it costs. I'm not going to, that's it at a discount as well. Everything that you see where I've put the discount, that's us looking at the costings of the lowest, that's the costings of the lowest ticket pricing that we could, and then discounting it. So everything is discounted on passes alone. Now, I'm going to say this, so it's going to really upset people. There are only now, in total, all of those passes together, maximum 170 passes available. So that's it, 170 passes. There's lots of individual tickets. They all go on sale at a later date, but actual passes, it is limited. That's it, done and dusted. We calculated, because of the bonus box, we have calculated the maximum amount that we can actually, to talk about and go for. So now I'm going to answer some questions that people have here, okay? So, and I will go back to that and just reiterate some of the stuff. All right. Okay, so here we go. David comes, I think I've answered that. Hope I have. So that was Bowan, Culloden, Ecklinville, Macmira at the moment. Okay. Can you upgrade, Eric? Can you upgrade? Yes, you can. And that's something that what we'd have to do is we'd have to cancel the pass you've already purchased. Okay. And we would do a refund on it. And then we would make a new transaction. That's something, Eric, that can be done. That's not a problem at all. Nicholas, yes. That's a really good question, Nicholas. I'm glad, because I'm going to talk about this for a second. So this is very good about shipping. So on the passes alone, because of the weight of the passes, so there's lots of stuff within the pass, and we're just adding to the pass all the time. So you notice there's books going out. So there's actually, I didn't even put it in there. I think there's 2 books. Yeah, so there's at least 1 book on top of the Irish Whiskey magazine that's in there. So there's an actual book. Cost on that is already there. So I think if you went into any of those passes, you will see the cost. They're already, they're already priced up for every country. That's been done. You cannot at the moment, but you could in a couple of weeks' time, potentially, if there was any passes left. But I don't think there is. But in a couple of weeks' time, when it comes to individual tickets, if you've purchased a pass and you end up purchasing individual tickets, if you have to pay for shipping, those shipping costs will be negative, and we'll add any passes into your bundle, okay, that you've already purchased. So there'll be 0 shipping on top of anything else you purchase. Whatever shipping price you pay for this is your shipping price for the festival. That's sensible. Going forward, if you don't buy passes and you only buy individual boxes, this is really nice. We're going to have drop zones, as it were. So there's going to be drop zones throughout the world that you can pay a very, very small delivery charge. So what you'll do is you'll actually pay 0 at the very start, and it's not until you pick up the product in your country, in your city, that you'll then pay a small charge at that point. Okay, we're making it very easy for people to purchase tickets all over, and for product to be sent to various places. So we're working with Anzac, so well done to Anzac for coming on board. So we've actually got in the north of Ireland, we've got 11 retail outlets where you can physically pick them up. So anyone who's in the north who's starting to purchase tickets, they can actually select the UK drop zone, and actually we can then work out your closest shop that we can drop off your boxes. So shipping really, is cheap insofar as that we've got the cost down to 1 cost just for your box, and if you purchase anything on top of that with your pass, then it's free on top of that. And if you live in certain areas, parts of America, parts of Australia, parts of Europe, parts of the UK. If you're in Ireland and you wish to pick up in certain points on the border, not a problem. In Dundalk, also not a problem. You know, so we can actually cut delivery and shipping prices down to zero for a lot of people, and that's key to this. You know, we've brought the price of the tasting down to, as I said, induction tastings in around about £18, showcases in around about £35 to start with. Master classes will be easily plus £100 on master classes. Some of these tastings. If you can imagine, and I'll let people imagine the cost of cracking open 4 bottles of a dream cask. Now, let me just go down and keep answering these questions, Nicholas. I hope I answered that. If not, ask me something else. Can you run through the cost of each pass at the end? I will do, Michael. Yes, Connor. Festival Redbreast single cask for bottle 5. Festival Redbreast single cask for bottle 5. Do you know what? Connor, it would have been absolutely brilliant. See if they did that. It would have been absolutely brilliant. Cheers, Robert, for the link. That's okay. I'm sure the link's very simple. The link is just our website, so it's belfastwhiskeyweek.com. There you go. Okay, 2 seconds. I'm not sure you need to do that. Peter, evening. How are you? Right, guys, wise. And yes, Robert, the distillery list is going out just now, so actually that's quite interesting. I thought it was scheduled to go out today and over the weekend, actually yesterday, but it didn't. So listen, I think you should start seeing a distillery list. I think that's one thing that we need to get out there for people. Okay, so there has only been one. I'm going to say this again, still this. There's at the moment, there's definitely 100%, one distillery is definitely 100% said no to being involved from Ireland. And you know what, fair play for them to say no. I think that just says how important their distillery is at the moment and what they're doing. You know, they've got a lot of things going on, and I don't think Belfast Whisky Week is a priority for them. So like we're okay, we're all right with that. Do you know, Tommy, I don't know what the cost of a kidney is these days, but is it as cheap as 4,000? The this mysterious green room. Not talking about that. It's a mystery for a good reason. Have the standard 9 sample boxes gone then? Is it now the intermediate and master classes, etc.? The standard 9 sample boxes. So yeah, last year we had some 9 sample boxes. So in the master classes, some of them will be 9. But no, we went. Look, I think for a lot of brands, there's a lot of them who are doing more than one tasting. So some are going to do an introduction box. David, it's a very good question. So I'm going to do some introduction tastings. That's 3, products. And some will then go on and do a showcase and they'll do 6. So they're breaking it down. They're doing 3 and 6 rather than 9 in one box. We're going to break it down for different people to see more exposure for them. There was a question I think John had asked. I don't know if it was further down. Oh, hold on. Did I miss it? Because I wanted it. There was definitely a question I saw. Someone asked the question, do things overlap? I'll talk about it in a second anyway. If I buy a purples pass and you get 5 festival bottles, do we get a random? Do we get a random 4? Do we pick, or do we get all 5? No. That's a good question. If there's any more festival bottlings, you'll just get them. So if there was 5, 6, 7, or 8, it'll just be under that one price. We're not going to muck about. Look, we're very happy with having 4. We really are. We're looking for a 5th. The conversation at the moment is about a 5th bottling, and if the 5th bottling comes about, that's great. If it doesn't, you know what? I think we're very blessed to have 4 in our 3rd year as a festival. I think this is really good having 4 bottles. I like that, Brandon. You're funny, and guess what? You can definitely come to the party. Oh, you guys are funny. Excellent. You're all funny people. Someone did ask a question about do things overlap? Let me just see. Can the 4 bottlings be bought separately if not in your pass? if you have purchased any of the passes or any ticket to the festival, then you have the right to purchase those bottles directly from the distilleries who are selling them. Okay? Not a problem. We don't sell, Belfast Whisky Week does not sell whiskey when we're not selling whiskey. So all this whiskey has been donated specifically, and the whiskey which is being sold directly by the distilleries through independent, either their own websites or any third parties is to do with them, but you can only purchase them if you are part of the festival, Connor. I thought I saw. Do you know what it was? Maybe I don't know why. Maybe someone did delete it or something. Or do you know what was it? Serge even. There you go. Will any sessions clash? That's an interesting one, Serge. So look, we've been very smart about how we're developing the actual agenda for the festival. So at the moment we have 216 hours worth of content to fill. That's a lot of content. That makes it the largest whiskey festival on the planet this year. I don't care what anyone else says. I'll happily be challenged. But it's 216 hours of content, more than any other whiskey festival on the planet at the moment. Don't care. Someone challenge me. Tell me there's more somewhere else. Go ahead. I would love to hear it. I heard the other day that someone was saying that they had the world's largest whiskey festival and there was like, I don't know, not even half a day's content. Look, I'm just going to say this. Will it clash? No. We're very smart. We've got 2 simultaneous live streams. And those 2 simultaneous live streams should allow the brands and distilleries to remain, clash-free. Okay? There'll be a 2-hour session on at one point, an hour session on at one point. On the other channel, you might find that there's a cocktail class, or there's a food pairing, or there's music, or there's a debate, or there's a Q&A session. So no, sessions should not clash. Now that's not to say that you'll be disappointed, because a session might start at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and you will not be there for it, maybe. And if you're not there for it, you should have thought about why didn't you take the day off. We're in the summertime, take a bit of, holiday out of your life and have a bit of crack, would you? Do you know what I mean? So Serge, hopefully that doesn't happen, okay? Like, I'm not sure about that. Cassandra, you're... Will the live streams be recorded for YouTube? Stephen, we're better than that. No, I don't think it'll be for YouTube, but I think we will have the ability, if we want, to put them onto, sometimes we might even be podcasting some of that stuff. We might put it onto YouTube. We might just put it onto our Facebook channels later. But actually, the festival is based on its own platform. So you will have access to go back and use this as a library. That's what I'm saying. See, if you're going to buy one of these passes, it doesn't matter what pass you purchase, these are 50 ml samples in the main. Some of those masterclass samples might be less than that, might be about 35 mils. But look, and that's because we're trying to give people a wider audience on some of those tastings, and that'll be reflective in the prices. But everything else, showcases, introduction, intermediate sessions, all of those sessions, 50 ml samplings, which means you should be drinking it and going back to it, drinking it and should go back to it. Don't be overwhelming yourself, okay? There shouldn't be a shipping charge on that at all. That's interesting. There shouldn't be a shipping charge on it at all, Nicholas. You know what? Since how we're live just now, I should be able to access that. So give me 1 second. Give me a second. We should be able to access that while we're talking. Okay, because I was in it. So, White Pass. Let me have a look. You do me a favour again, Nicholas. I just checked that, and it shouldn't have been the case. Can you just check it? Someone check that for me, because that would annoy me, actually, if that is the case. That no, White Pass, you don't pay for any shipping charge. Please, hope so. If not, I'm going to have to go back in back office. Shopify is slightly complicated when it comes to multiple purchasing of things, and that has been something when I've been looking at it. Hopefully, I've not pressed the wrong button. So someone let me know. Yep, Jonathan here. I'm looking forward to seeing the packaging also. 10 minutes. Have you appreciated the colour scheme so far? Hey, no one's even asked about these glasses. Like, everyone's like, "Wow, what's an exclusive glass?" I haven't even had my wee drink. Sorry, that was a lot of talking. Anyway, look, no one's got any questions for me. You're all sweet of what's happening. That's terrible, Robert. That's absolutely terrible. But it's a good question insofar as I know you prompted me. So we're doing our live set. We're doing our live tasting. We're testing the actual platform, and you can all register. So you'll all get your registrations very soon. So if you've already bought a pass, you'll get your registration by the end of this week. So I can guarantee if you've already purchased a ticket or you've purchased a pass here for the festival, you'll be registering. You'll have your your document will be sent out, and then you'll be able to get it. Okay. All right. I hope that helps. And then yes, register and make friends. Have loads of crack. Paul, what's the crack with the glasses? No, mate, no one's asked so far, so I'm not even going to talk about them. They're just now secret stuff, David. That's it. You'll just have to wait till you get one. See what happens. Softy told the wife it's 50 quid, you're in. So you've went and done the whole, you went and just bought the gold pass, Liam, and told her it was 50 quid. You're a legend, absolute legend. What about the green room? Mate, I'm not talking about the green room. And listen, you're cheeky asking about the green room. I'm not talking about the green room. Green room's not getting talked about. What is in my glass tonight? Sure, Quail. It is the Bushmills 10 years old sherry cask finish. Absolutely delighted, Stuart, to have Tipperary on the festival. Absolutely delighted. Really excited for that. We'll just keep mentioning, seeing how your name is on screen right now. That, yeah. Tipperary. Unreal. Just keep your name there, Stuart, just because, I know you've been a busy boy this week, and, people down there must have been, like, stressing out when you're asking questions about the festival. So really excited for you guys to be involved. Thank you very much. Yeah, I couldn't, what can I say, Stephen? Lots of sessions this week. So we're definitely on tomorrow night. We're on at 8:30 on Monday night. We're again on Wednesday night at 9 o'clock because we don't want to disturb Serge, who's got his show on. So we don't want to disturb that. We might have some other ones in between. Look, this was spontaneous. We may just see spontaneous ones coming randomly quick because there's so many people to talk to. Okay? Lots and lots of people to talk to. So we're going to be on 8:30 Monday at least, 9 o'clock on Wednesday. That isn't stopping now. We're just on the train. I might actually have to end up doing 3 or 4 a week now because there's a lot of people to introduce. Okay. Try to add a white cart. It shows in the cart top right. However, when I go to cart, it says empty. Oh, that's really going to do my head in. And I'm going to have to just check again because thank you very much, Michael. Because this is easy. I'm glad that we're getting these out the road. Let's have a look. Right, let's try again. So. Well, someone must have bought one because it's definitely those are definitely working. No, it's there. It's not. It's not. Nope. And nope. Nope. And nope. Nope. That should definitely work. If I go to, let me see if I can do it. Add to cart. Click on it. Yeah, no, it's working for me. I can do it. I can check it out. Okay, there you go. It's definitely working. Yes, Michael, I'm not sure what's happening. White Park, the White Pass just worked for me as well. So just, it definitely does work. And only purchase the White Pass only have to purchase, listen, only purchase the white pass if you're not purchasing anything else, i.e. you're choosing not to purchase any other pass or indeed individual tickets, because you do not need the white pass. You do not need it. If you buy a ticket, which is an individual ticket, you know, with a tasting set somewhere down the line, you don't need to go and buy that for £6. Got it to work with no shipping charge. Excellent, Nicholas. Yes, I'm glad that worked then. There must have just been a wee button that needed hit. Is the Clone Horse on Slaunch at some point? No idea. What are we on about? How many passes have been sold so far? Okay, so that's interesting. Just about 200, give or take. So there's a maximum. So it's easier to work out the maximum. So a maximum of 350 passes, max. So we've made a declaration to every brand who's involved that the passes, so the bonus boxes, is a maximum of 350 participants because of the amount of liquid it's going into. And we had to make draw a line. So the line is a maximum of 350 passes. Okay, so perfectly fine. A guide for when you think they might be gone. Do we have a week left to get one in? James, that's interesting. I don't look. An ideal world, surely they would sell out tomorrow, and that would be the end of it, and I wouldn't have to talk about them again. We'd just move on to the individual ticket sales. But I think, I think probably, about a week. We've got the end of sale, so you will not be able to purchase a ticket post the end of June. So all tickets, you've got until the end of June. So we do have a long period of ticket sales. So it's a good question. So circa 170 passes left. Those are, and the way it's worked, if someone purchases there's only a couple of gold ones. Just to put this into context, there's only 2 gold passes. There's only 4 bronze passes. So we've not been, and for the purple passes, there's only 10. So if you're actually thinking about getting a purple pass, there's only 10 of them. Where there's the passes are limited. If you want a black pass, they're only limited, so there might only be 40, 50 black passes. I just can't remember, because there's only a limited amount of other stuff. I had to say that. And I know that Serge asked something about the red pass. There's no hotel rooms in the red pass, I don't think, unless someone's made a mistake on the inventory. But if you don't want your hotel rooms in the gold pass, donate them to someone else. Connor, I will 100% just go through everything just now. Okay, so look, every pass. Tommy, apologies, Tommy. Individual tastings go on sale probably could even be the start of next week, that some of those individual tastings start to go on sale. Some of the independent ones will definitely 100% be on sale. So if you are looking for some of the independent tastings, and I suppose this reverts, actually, do you know what? Some of those independent tastings are definitely going up next week, and we shall see them. But that is actually a really good question. I want to go back to someone who just asked it, just so I can see it. James, this is a good question you asked. And I'm just going to follow on from that question that I just answered. If we put out some of the individual tastings as of next week, then some of those passes you'll start to lose. So there's only so many sets of a certain tasting, for example's sake. And if I'm allocating randomized digits to randomized, randomized packs to randomized digits, as soon as I sell individual tickets, then those stop being allocated to passes. So if If you're waiting out on a black pass and you're like, oh, really, hoping I'm going to get a Redbreast tasting, or hope I'm going to get a 1970s tasting, or hope I'm getting whatever tasting it is that you want, right? If you're hoping to get that and you're thinking to hold out to get the black pass, the problem is if I put those individual ticket sales on and then they sell out of their allocation, they can't then be allocated into those packs. So if I split them and I say, like, so for Redbreast tasting, I'm going to allocate 5 to the passes, and that's randomized, and the rest go to individual tastings. If they're sold individually, then that's it. They can't then be allocated into passes. Whereas I could have said, right, I've got more passes on X, I now need to allocate in randomly into those passes. So you're not going to get that chance. It's a really strange, it's a strange conundrum. It's just like, when do you go and when do you go and put fuel in the car? Do you wait until it runs out? Or do you put it in, at quarter of tank? I don't know. It's a very strange question. But thank you very much, James, for it. Yeah, listen, you can watch this back, Dave. I'm actually about to go on in 10 minutes. I had to go on Instagram and do this on Instagram as well, so you've literally only got me for another 5 minutes. There will be Mark Stevenson. That's a very good question. We're just developing the program just now. If you can imagine, it's just a lot of time. 216 hours of content needs to be in or around about concrete, and that takes a lot. So we're just trying to get that wrapped up. There's a lot of people still coming on board. There's a lot of distilleries outside of Ireland that are still coming on board, which is really nice. I'm still in contact with lots and lots of people who I'm loving conversations with, because actually it's just getting bigger and bigger. I mean, at the moment, one second. I was running this through with Stuart Quayle the other day. Do you know what? Do you want me to just announce them? Because I can announce them without, properly announcing them. 2 seconds. We don't have to have like lots of imagery up or something. I didn't promise anyone how I was going to do this, right? Do you want me to go through a listing? I'm only going to go through a listing if 10 people say yes in these comment box. If not, I'm not going to bother because I've only got 5 minutes. So if I see yes, 10 yeses round down here, tell me who I'm introducing here just now. Then if not, I'm just going to bugger off. And Tommy, that's a good question. So I'll come off. Sure, that's only like 4 people, 5 people, 6 people, 7 people. Right, okay. I'll do it. Give me 1 second. Right, stop commenting. Where are EB pass holders not to be told? Yes, but everyone's going to be told. Everyone's going to be told, and you 100% will be told. I guarantee you, Michael, you will know before individual tastings come on, Michael. I will be looking at your pass, for example's sake, just now, because you're going to get an invite very soon. I told you within a week you're going to get an invite. That invite will tell you specifically what you're getting. Relax on that, Michael. I'm not renegading on that. Just chill on that. Okay. 100%. Yes, Connor, exactly. I've been saying it from day one. Okay. Are the prices on the page discounted prices, or does discount come off those prices? No, Martin, that's the price which has already been discounted. I've showed you what the price of discount is. Because what I might do is I might get to the point where I have to take that discount off. If you see what I'm saying. So that discount might come off. Listen, the early bird passes were super discounted. Like, I think I made it quite clear. It was 50% discounts on those early birds, give or take. Do you know what I mean? They were really, really well discounted. I've really discounted this also. So I'm not going to do that. Okay, 2 seconds. I'm literally now have you for a couple of minutes. But there's a bigger question here. So if I have a black pass and don't know what I'm getting, how do I know what to select on the individual? I've said it already. You will know, John. You 100%. Anyone who's purchased a pass already, we're going through that. We're going through that just now to allocate you some details for the festival that you need to start registering onto the site. So you will get that information beforehand. Okay. Mark McShane, what are you talking about? What is the price? So that is the price. What do you mean? I don't know. Right, okay. Pens at the ready. Love it. All right, so pens at the ready. So from Ireland alone, and these are just brands, so whether or not they belong to the same distillery, I'm not even going to attempt to worry about that. But we've definitely got from Ireland alone. So we'll just talk about Ireland actually. Bushmills, Eckernville, Hinch, Copeland, Cologne, Shortcross. These are all the northern distilleries, and they're first on my list at the moment because they're in the north. I then moved to the south. Oh, okay, there's more from the north. Okay, but anyway. Dingle, Bowan, okay, W.D. O'Connell, Pierce Lyons, then Redbreast Powers, Method Madness, Jameson and Middleton, Dublin Liberties, and then we've got Glendalough, Red L, Lambay, we have Sleeve League, we have Liberator, Powers Court, and then still from the north, we've got Sexton, Two Stacks, Dragon Claw, we have Quiet Man, we have Matt Darcy, we have McConnell's. So these are all Irish at the moment, okay, specifically. All right. We then also have, let's just name them, Flying Tumbler from the south. There is, from Sweden, Macmira. From Australia, do you want a list of Australian ones? Hold on, Stuart. I'm going to talk about Tipperary. You already got a big mention about Tipperary. Don't tell me I wasn't talking about Tipperary all that time about Tipperary. That's all I was talking about. I was talking about Tipperary when you came on, and I kept a wee picture up there. Look, we'll keep that on screen just because it says Tipperary, Stuart. Right, so people can see that Tipperary is there. All right. Now, Stephen Quinn, Teeling have not said a word to me. They definitely have not said no, by the way. And see if Teelings were to say no. I understand that, but they haven't yet. Okay. Anyway, from Scotland, Scotch Malt Whisky Society, Douglas Laings. From the US, Clyde Mays, Whistle Pig. We have from Australia, Belgrove. We have Hobart. We have, I'm going to give you the names of these ones just in case I'm saying them incorrectly. Give me a second. Okay, so in case I'm selling these, so Hobart, yeah, I said Hobart already, didn't I? Derwent Distillery, Launceston Distillery. Okay. We have probably, I mean, I'm looking at this, but there are just some little ticks that still need to be ticked off, but there probably is another, I don't know, an hour 15, 20 that I need to go through. Thomingate, that's intra, Peter. I'm not 100% sure, Peter. But look, there's still plenty. There's still plenty on this list that I don't want to like say them just in case I'm talking out of turn. But lots and lots still to go through. So yeah, I'm hoping it's good. I need to come off this chat. Is that all right? Stuart, did you get enough airtime there? Has Tipperary been spoken about enough? Sure. Yeah. Oh, dead on, Stephen. Thank you very much. That's very kind. What are all captions saying this night? Right, listen, I'm going to head on. But listen, Sláinte, cheers. I'm heading on to Instagram. If anyone can be bored watching me on Instagram, that's where I'm going right now because I said I would do the same, but I'm not going to be on Instagram for very long, probably for about 10 15 minutes or something. So, yeah, Sláinte, listen, cracking stuff. Did I say, listen, see if you don't go and book things. I'm not really. What about Tip Boutique? You talking about Tipperary again? Brilliant. See, that's really good. Oh, don't worry about it, Stuart. Anytime. Not a problem. I can't believe we had so many people still watching. Can we talk about Tipperary music? I'll try. First thing I'll mention is Tipperary. Like, I'm heading on there just now. Listen, see you later. Au revoir. Sláinte. Have crack.